I think Rich told you a little bit about HP. We're obviously about $118 billion in revenue. That was 2008. My prediction will be in 2009, we'll probably work all year to be roughly the size we were in 2008. It's been a very difficult economy. This is a year that we won't grow, affected a lot by currency, the euro. Just to get an idea, 70% of Hewlett Packard's revenue is outside the United States. About 70% of our employees are outside the United States. So we're extremely, extremely global company. Only 29% of our revenue is in the U.S., and that is the smallest of really all the major technology companies. Our supply chain is the largest in the IT industry by a long ways. We ship 3 PCs basically every second. We ship about 3 printers every second. And then we have to sell those. So I'm burning time here. We ship a server about every 10 seconds. So when you think of the sheer scale of the logistics environment, and it's got to move globally, and we have to get things to the right place, to the right person at the right time. So the scale of the logistics environment is huge. And then we have 180,000 people that service something, either for an enterprise customer or for a consumer. So imagine we get 500 million times a year a consumer calls us and says, help me, help me. So the sheer scale of the environment is large. We are number one. Our businesses compete in 19 solution segments or product segments. We're number one in basically 15 of those. We're number one in the world, you'd imagine, in PCs, in printers. We bought EDS. We're now the second largest services company on the planet. And one of the things, Rich and I talked a little earlier about culture. It's very important at HP that everything we do, we are the best. Absolutely the best at everything we touch. We are the only tech company with an integrated ecosystem. And let me try to tell you what that means. We've built the company on a couple of fundamentals. I've talked to you about this supply chain. There is on top of that supply chain a PC market, a server market, a storage market, and a networking market. I'm not the best drawer. But think of those segments as networking's $45 billion, storage, that's the size of the market, storage is $50 billion, servers are $60 billion, the PC market is $150 billion. Those 3 ecosystems are $300 billion worth of business and changing very dramatically as we speak. All leveraging, all with different players in them, different segments, different economics, and all converging simultaneously. We've built on top of that the 6th largest software company in the world, and then we've built a services business on top of that. That's the 2nd biggest services company in the world, and I don't know who number 1 is. Now, that said, we've done this, we've built this portfolio that we have by spending basically $37 billion in the last 4 years. $17 billion of R&D and $20 billion on acquisitions to build, to Rich's point, the biggest technology company in the world with an integrated strategy to support consumers and to support enterprises across the planet. Let me give you some demographics about the IT industry. Anybody know, you guys are big, I heard nothing but great things about this business school. Anybody know pop quiz? Worldwide gross domestic product? Come on. Worldwide GDP. A little more, but you're very good. It's very good. 52 trillion, depends on what this year comes in at. Last year, about 52 and a half, almost 53 trillion. So 53 trillion is worldwide GDP. Anybody know the size of the IT industry inside GDP? Want to take a crack? 1.9 trillion. So 1.9 trillion is all of the industry. HP's products and services can compete for most of it, about 1.4 trillion. So if everybody would do what